Yo, yo, yo. No, I look different today. Got my glasses on. I can't even find them. There we go. There you. Yo, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Share the live real quick because this gotta stop. This gotta stop, man. It has to stop. Yeah, this foolishness has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. Before I get into this, I want to say happy birthday to my dad. Happy birthday, Pops. I love you, man. I love you, dog. And he on the road right now, so I'm praying for traveling mercies and all that good stuff. But happy birthday to my dad. I'll let him expose how old he is. He turned 21 today. But happy birthday, Pop. I love you, man. Be safe out there on the road. And yeah, man, I just love you. I love you to death. And I thank you. I thank you, man. I thank you. What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy. What the day is? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I know the schedule kind of. I'm in the middle of working on a production right now, but I'm trying to iron out all the details and scheduling as I go along. But I had to hop on because is this getting out of hand? I had to hop on so I can throw my gavel down because enough is enough. Enough is enough. Uh, if you've been under a rock lately, that's your fault. But enough is enough. This T.I. and 50 Cent situation is going too far, man. And it's not going as far as like with the artists, because I really don't expect them to like have a boundary in this thing, especially with 50. But the fans and people putting different things and different perspectives and different ideas and different this and different that on the situation is it has to stop, bro. Because we ain't gonna do is we not finna disrespect T.I. at any cost. I mean, we ain't gonna disrespect 50 either, but we are not finna disrespect T.I., man, with this foolishness and that like Tip ain't did what he did and he's not who he is. You see what I'm saying? Like we're not finna have this. We ain't finna do this. We're not finna do this. We're not finna do this. So with that being said, T.I. a while ago came out doing that versus time. Remember when the verses was supposed to be T.I. and Goose, T.I. and Jeezy? Well, during that time, T.I. was campaigning for up north, northern New York artists to battle. He wanted to prove that southern New York thing, you know what I mean? Because it's always been East Coast, West Coast, historically through what Pac and Big and all of that tension, right? So it's always been that, been the historical beef as far as in coasts. It's always been East Coast and West Coast, right? But what people really don't understand unless you're really from these regions, is there's really a secret down south and up north beef, I believe, amongst the artists, not amongst the people, but amongst the artists. And you know, artists with artists up there, and I believe artists from down here, and from with media people from up there. Like, there is a coast to coast beef with North and South. There is. It hasn't been highlighted. It hasn't. It's never been one of those things that's been public and pushed in front of, but it is a narrative. Trust me when I say it is a narrative. And feeling like, as far as the South and the artists in the South, feeling like they don't have the respect as artists, you feel me, or as hip hop artists. You notice every time we go to a top 50 list, or we go to the greatest list, greatest rapper list, always there are the New York guys or the up north guys are always taking over the top 20 list. It's always, and then you see our guys, Ross and Luda and T.I., always coming lower and lower down on the scale as far as an artist. But the thing is, and see, this is where it gets tricky, because, get me wrong, but New York is truly stamped when it comes down to hip hop, and then when it comes down to rap, and when it comes down to being the pioneers of what that is. You know what I'm saying? But I believe, and that's why I titled the stream "The South Has Something to Say." When Andre 3000 won, or when Outkast won Best New Artist at the Source Awards, and Dre went up there and he said, you know, the South has something to say, the infamous Andre 3000 speech, right? That was a reckoning of a new day, because what's happening is now we're introducing the concept of, yeah, y'all for so long had the torch of what rap is, as far as in lyrical content, as far as in fashion, and what rap looked like, right? Us down south took all of the blueprint, took all of everything that we've been seeing y'all project, and now we're just going to add our own flavor to it, our own slang, our own way of doing it. And we do have something to say. You know what I'm saying? I think that moment was very important for music, because it was the breaking of the wall. Because say what you want to say about whatever you want to say about it, right? I do believe that up north had a real arrogant presence to them when it came down to ushering in something that was new. Nah, we ain't doing that type of feel. I mean, come on, you're not gonna. Andre 3000 now is arguably in top 10 when it comes down to rap. Then when it comes down to artists, and this is the guy that y'all booed. I do believe that up north had a real tension, a real arrogance to them about being the forerunners or the gatekeepers of what rap should look like. See what I'm saying? Or what rap should look like, or what it should sound like. You know what I'm saying? If you're not accepted in New York, if you're not accepted up north, you ain't a rapper, or you're not an artist, or New York people don't like you, or up north people don't like you. You're not this, you're not that. Like, that was the image. No matter how y'all want to dress it up, that was the image. If you're not accepted here, it ain't what it is, right? Even so, that down south artists, you see them in the interviews, and you'll see an interviewer ask an artist from down south, what's the worst, what's the hardest place to perform, and they always say New York, New York, New York. They never say nowhere else, but they always would say New York, because New York, being the mecca of rap, holds a high standard, which nothing is wrong with that. I'm not beefing with that concept. They hold a high standard as far as in, hey, if y'all gonna call yourself rappers, you gotta impress. You feel me? So I get it. I get the energy. I get why it is what it is, right? On the flip side of that, though, what's lame about it is the South, ever since Andre 3000 said the South has something to say, the South been running the game. No matter what we want to say or how we want to feel, The South has arguably been running the game since Andre 3000 stepped on that Source Award stage and said the South has something to say. You don't hit me with nothing. Don't hit me with who was the guy and how long he was the guy. I don't care. The South in the whole has been running the game consecutively since Andre 3000 made that statement. So this is my argument. There comes a time where, yeah, you kind of gotta, if you want that realization to be realized in rap, you kind of got to go for the guy. Ric Flair said it. Ric Flair said it himself. To be the man, you got to beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. That's in all aspects of anything. That's in all arenas. If you want to beat a man, you got to beat the guy who's already the guy. You're not going to be the guy if he's still the guy. If you want to be the heavyweight champion, guess who you got to beat? The guy that's the heavyweight champion. If you want to be the best track runner, if you want to break history, if you want to break a track record, guess who you got to beat? The guy that already holds the record. That is a factual statement. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. So guess what T.I. is doing? Taking a statement that has already been known as far as in the South being the best and being I don't want to make this a thing, but it's facts. It's facts. We've been running the game musically. Been running the game. So much so, we made everybody change their way of rapping, bro. Designer, who was a up north artist. Everybody thought this dude was Future when he came out. This nigga's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. They thought he was a down south artist. What'd he say on the song? I got broads in Atlanta. I got broads in Atlanta? Why you ain't got broads in Harlem? Why you ain't got broads in Syracuse, Long Island? See what I'm saying? In Connecticut. Why you gotta have broads in Atlanta? This is what I'm saying. The South has been running the game, and there's nothing nobody could say or do about it. So guess what T.I. is saying and doing now? To prove it, to stick the landing for something we already know, but secretly do not want to say. We do not want to say that. So guess what tip is on? Cool. Let's prove it. Get your guy, who is 50. 50 is the guy in New York. I don't know if nobody want to know, claim this, but he is the guy. He is the guy. I know we love Jay. I know we love Nas, but 50 is the guy, man. He is. He is. Run New York, like he don't make these records for nothing. He don't make these records. He's not making these records trying to say that he's doing it. No, he's making these records saying that he's doing it because he's doing it. I run New York. So that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. And everybody want to bring up the T.I. moment when 50 comes on stage. T.I. said, you got the king of the South and you got the king of the North. When T.I. said that, 50 Cent ran on stage. Everything 50 did that night was symbolic. People don't understand that. People don't understand that. It wasn't because, 50's for to come up here and be the bully and everybody's scared of 50. No, 50 is up there out of intimidation. And he's coming up there to check the crowd. Like, yo, y'all gonna accept that? Y'all gonna let this guy come up here and say this? Like, that's what I'm not feeling. Like, we ain't finna use these moments and say that, 50 was checking this person or checking that. Like, look at the clips. See what was going on. Yeah, he was clowning them, but he was trying to make a statement too. Tip said you got the king of New York and you got the king of the South on one stage. Out came 50 Cent. Like, nigga, no. Like, I'm not here. Like, I'm not here. Like, I'm not running the game right now. Like, this guy that you're saying is the king of New York ain't coming out of retirement. He's coming out of retirement. The dude that you're saying the king of New York is coming out of retirement. I am actively running New York right now. Huh? That is 50's angle in that video. And everybody want to say, no, 50 was clowning. He's clowning. He's clowning. He's clowning. He's clowning the statement as far as in, that is what y'all on? That is what y'all gonna be on? That is what y'all saying? Say less. Y'all must not know. I run New York for real, for real. in all aspects of what that come with. I run this. And so present day, you have Tip ready to prove the point. And here 50 is biting a bullet because in reality, I'm finna really shake the room. In reality, up north artists really know what's up. They really know what's up when it comes down to record for record. See, when they rapping, we get that. Yeah, you can go up here and rap me to death. But when it comes down to these hits, and when it comes down to making these bangers, you cannot step in these arenas with us. Because to be real, if you're from down south, bruh, none of y'all was getting played on the radio, bruh. Shout out to Jadakiss. Shout out to Jay-Z. Shout out to Ja Rule. Shout out to 50 Cent. Other than that, none of y'all was being played in the South. Let's be real. Other than you being a fan of rap and listening to a Jadakiss on the radio, listening to a Jay-Z on the radio, listening to these guys on the radio and being like, yo, let me go to the store and buy their album off of the hit record that's already being played on the radio. Other than that, y'all ain't got no reign, bro. That's what be making me mad. Rap, yes. Y'all got some of the best rappers of the world. We're not disagreeing with that, but when it comes down to making these hit records, dog, it gets real tricky. It gets real tricky. Come on, man. Jay switched his flow so many times. It sounded like he was a Southern artist. Come on, I had to get Bun B and Pimp C. Man, I wish Pimp was still alive, man. Pimp will tell you. Why you think Pimp ain't in the video? Why you think Pimp ain't in the video? Other than the Tupac thing, everybody got the Tupac beef tied to that. Cool, whoopity-doo-dah, dippity-day, right? Nah, man. Know what I think it was? It was Pac. And it was also, look here, Mr. Jay-Z, you ain't finna use the South for a come-up, homeboy. You ain't finna use the South for a come-up. If you can't get to where you trying to get to on your own, oh well, so bad. You ain't finna use the South for a come-up, playboy. And that's what I got out of that. It might not be factual, but what I got out of Pimp C not being shoulder to shoulder, drinking Cristal, bouncing and all of that next to Jay-Z is, homeboy, you ain't finna be using the South for no come-up, dog. And guess what? I'm finna show them why you coming to the South for the come up, because y'all up north boys can't do this. Y'all can't do this here. Y'all can't get in front of the camera and do this here. Rap like this here, had a wow, had a dog, man, that boy was so Texas on that thing, man. Y'all can't do that. And vice versa. I'm pretty sure Pimp C can't get on the Supreme beat and be like, I'm about to come in the world and get the things in your mama head. Ain't nobody about to shoot you but you dead. That's what I said. So don't get it twisted. Each region has something that the next can't do. Jay-Z can't come down here and make an yeah. She got her hands up on it. You can't do that. We get it. We understand it. But at the same time, what are you going to play when come on? Because you don't have a record that's that big. That's all I'm saying, bro. It is time for people to put respect on the South when it comes down to the music side of it. We've been running the music industry, dog, forever. With influence, sound, language barrier, fashion, man, whatever it is, man, the South. It's been coming from the South. Some of the biggest artists of the last decade been from the South. Ride Wave, Moneybagg Yo, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion. Should I keep going? Young Thug, Little Baby, Migos. Come on, where are they coming from? Big X the Plug, Kodak Black. Where do you think these guys are coming from? Future. These are the biggest artists. Gunna, these are the biggest artists in the game. They're coming from the South. It's time for y'all to start putting respect, bro. That's it. That's it. A little more respect than what's already there. Because it's none. It's none. It is none. It is none when it comes down to the South and how long we've been running the game. For real, for real. For real, for real. There hasn't been no big artist coming from up north out of the last decade. Give me one. Give me one. Shout out to Lola Brooks. Shout out to Pop Smoke, but y'all killed him. He gone. He was about to do it for you. Pop Smokes was the one. No matter how nobody want to put it, Pop Smokes was the one that was about to open up the door for everybody. Yeah, I got him out of here. Who's been the guy? Consecutively, not come in, give us a hit, give us a little moment, have us dancing a little bit, and you die down. No, consecutively, like Young Thug, like Little Baby, like these guys who's been consecutively running the game from the South. Still, who's from up there out of the last decade been doing it? Nobody. You can't give me nobody. And that's no shade. That's no disrespect. That's nothing. It's just straight facts. We got to stop taking what we think is disrespect, or what we got to stop taking facts and using it. Oh, he disrespecting. No, it's facts, bro. It's facts. Who's been the people, man? It ain't been none. T.I.'s trying to prove that with this battle. That's what he's trying to do. That's what I think. I'm not in Tip Head. I'm not T.I.'s spokesperson, but I believe T.I. wants to prove to the world by electing himself as the spokesperson of the South. I'm the king of the South. Come on now. As a spokesperson for the South, I elect myself to anybody, especially him, who was the guy. I just gave you the origin story. Who was the guy? 50 knocked out everybody, bro. No matter how nobody wants